I live in a residential colony. It was 11 o'clock in the night and suddenly a mother came running to me. She said she feels that her child has ingested something. There was clear panic on her face. So I thought it is a very important difficulty faced by parents. I handled her and then I thought I should make a video on this. Poisoning in children is very common. There are two types, intentional or unintentional. Unintentional poisoning is very common in children. Children are very innocent. They try to explore all the world around them and in the process they try to put everything in the mouth if they find it edible or attractive. Now coming to varieties of unintentional poisoning. First of all, drugs. There can be many patients in the family. There can be any psychotic patients in the family. So there can be antipsychotic drugs. There may be anemic. So there can be iron in the house. Might be suffering from some pain. So there can be anti-inflammatory drugs. Somebody can be a cardiac patient. So medicines for cardiac patients can be there. Somebody can be allergic. So antihistaminic can be there. Next is ingestion of corrosives. Any corrosives are kept in the home which are acidic or alkaline in nature. In liquid form they can be used in paints, bathroom cleaning agent, pesticide or insecticide, glue, paint thinners or removers and oven and drain cleaners. There can be rodenticide in the house which can be very toxic and it can be ingested by the child. Naphthalene balls can be in the house. They are very attractive and can be ingested by the child. Any hydrocarbons like kerosene, petrol may be stored in the house and that can be ingested by the child. They are playing in the vicinity or exploring the surrounding. Now there are some intoxicants which are kept in the house because they are consumed by adults. Alcoholic beverages are very commonly found in the household because it is considered a social drink. If the child consumes it accidentally, child can develop hypoglycemia leading to seizures. It should be stored beyond the reach of children. Similarly, nicotine patches, cocaine, marijuana are the drugs commonly used by the adults and they can be stored somewhere in the house. If ingested by the child, they can really have very serious consequences. Next is ingestion of batteries. Very dangerous. It can cause burn or hole in esophagus. Carbon monoxide poisoning. It is very common in low income families where coal or log of wood is kept for cooking. Coming to intentional poisoning, which is common in teenagers. First is drug overdose. This is common in teenagers. They can be trapped in menace of drugs, which can occasionally lead to drug overdose. Suicidal poisoning. This is also common in teenagers because of peer pressure, pressure by parents for studies, failure in love, failure in studies. As I always say, prevention is always better than cure. It is always important to keep children supervised. It is not very easy always in low income families, especially when the number of children are more. Education of families on social media and other outlet is important for prevention of poisoning in kids. I made this video for that purpose only. Keep the medicines in safe container in child resistant locks. It should be out of reach of children. Blister packs are better than bottles for storing tablets. Can consume that also, but the amount is less because it takes time to strip it and consume it. Other advantage is that parents can tell the number of tablets consumed. Keep all the potential chemicals and all the makeup material away from the reach of children. One should try to keep home well ventilated so there is no incidence of carbon monoxide poisoning. Poisoning can affect many organs like lungs, brain, heart, kidney and stomach. What should one do if you suspect that child is ingested something? Immediately take the child away from the area. Check the mouth. If there is already something in the mouth, take it out with the help of your finger. If there is something on the skin, immediately wash the area with cold water for prolonged period. If there is something in the eyes, wash the eyes also. Or force the child to vomit. That can be dangerous. If possible, immediately rush the child to hospital if there is significant poisoning. If possible, inform the doctor about the type of poison and quantity of poison. Inform the doctor about any medical condition the child is suffering, the medication child is taking. If you feel that child is not breathing, immediately put the child on a hard surface and start cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Coming to what is done in the hospital. Stomach wash is done if the child reaches within 1 hour of ingestion. In some conditions, stomach wash is contraindicated, like ingestion of corrosives or ingestion of hydrocarbons. Vitals are recorded, airway, breathing and circulation is recorded if deranged, and supported. Hypoglycemia if present is treated. Convergence if present is treated. Antidote is given if it is present for the ingested material. Liver function test and renal function test is checked and attended if deranged. If child is taken too much poison, then some advanced machine may be used like dialysis machine, hemoperfusion and hemofiltration. If a teenager has consumed something and appears depressed, a psychotherapist is arranged to tackle the situation. I have told everything what I thought I should educate about the poisoning in children. If you like this video, kindly like, share and subscribe, and please press the bell icon.